Hi everybody, this morning I wanted to show you my Dawless setup, and I've got a new addition to my Dawless setup. I've got two Syntaks, excuse the silver Syntakt, but it was on offer so I bought it. But it means with two Syntaks you can play longer sets. So in other words, you can have 128 tracks on there, 128 tracks on there, but you need something to connect them on this system here. And this is where I've bought in a stereo mixer. Hopefully you can see the stereo mixer just there. And that, what I do here is I use RCA cables, connect the silver one and the black one into there, and they could actually just go straight into the speakers. But what I've done, I've bought an addition recently, which some of you may have seen, some of you may have not. I've actually bought the Pioneer RMX500, not the 1000, because that is a lot of money. This was 275, you know, from eBay, where I buy most of my stuff here. I just want to show you some of the setup very quickly. I'll probably do a full video on the Pioneer, you know, Rhythm FX, because it's a fantastic machine. But if you're going to play live and you've got a Syntakt and you want to change from track to track, you want a more or less smooth transition, or maybe something similar to a smooth transition, so it sounds more like a DJ set. I'm not saying that's what I'm aiming at, but that's maybe what it could be. So in this setup we've got two IK loudspeakers, which are amazing. People think they're old school speakers, but they're not. When you hear them, they're fantastic. Silver Syntakt, black Syntakt, and then, which you can't see, which is actually off camera, I might be able to just bring it into camera, to be honest, without disturbing it too much, is actually the IVE Extreme, which we cannot see here. Hopefully I can just bring the IVE Extreme in there. I've got the IVE Extreme there playing, you know, recording, and it's not actually recording anything because nothing's playing, but I actually use it to record all my audio, so I get really nice audio. And I say I've got the stereo mini mixer there that you can just see there, actually, the stereo mini mixer there. So how do I play my sets? Well, basically what I do is I decide the play order, and I might have project 1 on there, project 70 on there, and inside that project I'll have 8 different projects. I should say 8 different patterns, and I can play 8 individual tracks. So 8 individual tracks there, 8 individual tracks there, and then because they're both going individually, I can leave one of them playing, and then I can swap to the other one. So I'll just show you how that all works. It's a bit cramped here, but I just wanted to show you it so you can get it on camera and you can see it and you can actually just understand what I'm doing here. So let me just put a track on there. So I've actually got one of my tracks going there quite nicely, and I want to change over to this track here. So what I'll do then is I'll just try to start to cut this one out. I don't even know what's on here, but let's have a quick look here what's on here. Let's just load something. Load a project. So I'm just going to load a project on here. So I'm playing the black Syntakt at the moment, and let's just go into pattern, or bank I should say. Let's just go into bank number 1. So that's bank number 1. So I'm going to do a transition from this to that, and let's just do it. If this was playing here, so this is exactly what I would do. So I'm beginning to tear that track up. Switch that on. And I've done not a seamless perfect transition, but if you're playing a gig, it's going to sound good, isn't it? And if you want to go vice versa, you can either go into a brand new project with 8 patterns, or you can just stay in this one here, or you can actually just change it on here. So this is going to bank number 2 here. What I'll try and do, I'll try and make the transition at the start of the changeover, so I've got like 4 bars to do it. So let's just do it again. Let's just so I can do it again. So I've just changed over again, quite easily, obviously very, very easily in some respects. So I'm going to hop back onto the black machine. You can obviously see that I've got the stereo mini mixer there. You can actually turn that on and off, but don't worry about it. I'll just leave it on all the time. There's no battery powered in the stereo mini mixer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just swap back onto here. We're going to go onto a different pattern on here. Turn that volume down. Let's go on to that. So nothing's playing on there at the moment, but it will be a minute. So I'm going to just watch the lights here. I'm going to put it on. Play some effects, why not? you can do some amazing introductions. And you also feel part of it as well. So we're going to have a different bank here. Turn the volume down, and then we're going to press play. I'm going to bank 1, I think. I'm going to bank 1. Just let it go in there, because it's playing away, hopefully. So we'll do that transition. Oh, by the way, if you can see on the RMX500, it actually shows the actual BPM because it's picking up, so it's a nice transmission. Let's just change over again. So we're playing the silver one. So that's playing nicely. So you can concentrate on playing rather than worrying about anything else. So we're now going to transfer from silver to black again. You can use different effects on here, by the way. You've got, I tend to have the echo on all the time just because it's a nice effect. You can even actually have some drums on. Or a snare. Use that as a nice build-up. Because it's BPM matched, it doesn't sound silly. You've got some other effects on here. You've got noise, echo, mod, spiral up, reverb down, spiral down, zip. Zip I don't like because it almost kills it, but here we go. I'll show you zip. I'll give you an example of zip on here. High pass filter. What I like about the RMX500 is the fact it just changes your sound completely, so you could be playing a set and your sound's completely different. So, right, let's just swap back. We're not going to have anything on there, I'm just going to kill that. So we're going to go back onto the black one, the black Syntakt. Let's just find a bank here, bank C1. Let's have it playing. Let's just transition to it. Look at that. So you've got my traditional bass on there, which hopefully you don't mind there. And that's the black one, so you've transitioned over, but the ability to do this, you don't necessarily have to have two Syntaks. Because of the ability of this, you can put a long echo in and swap it over, you can transition over quite nicely. If I wanted to transition without that machine, I can do all sorts. I can just change the pattern again, hopefully with my finger here. That was quite smooth for me, thank you very much. So, but let's just put some effects on here just so you get some idea of this. Obviously on here, put the kick on, snare, clap. Look, the BPM perfectly matched. So I'm sorry about the cramped setup and everything, but I just wanted to get it all on here and show you. So just so you know, Electronica North is really one of the best, clubs I go to. I just checked to make sure I was recorded by it. So Electronica North meet every second week in the month. In Wakefield, there's also one in Leeds, there's ones all over the country, but I go to the one in Wakefield. Great set of people. You just learn so much about electronic gear. You just learn so much, so it's really, really great. But this is my setup. That's cost-wise, 780, 500. Speakers, I think, were 175. Stereo mixer was like £19 or something off Amazon. I've got the Ivy Extreme, I've got my foam recorder all. And I do tend to buy second-hand equipment, by the way. Mod, echo, so you're getting a double echo, noise, spiral up, reverb up. But my favourite one is naturally the low frequency one. It's just brilliant. Now, a couple of other things to show you really. Instrument levels up and down, noise up and down, because noise can be pretty nice. Just a couple of other things. Now, if you want to do a very quick transition, you've got vinyl break, echo, and you know what this is? You've got echo, and then vinyl break. But my favourite obviously is backspin. Just one more thing, that's just as far as the connections are going, that's recording into my phone for the sound in the background. You've obviously got input in, input out. That's the USB, and I power it by a power bank. You can plug it into mains, but the power bank lasts about 20 hours. So that's a complete look at my setup. I've got a few cables and everything, but hopefully I've explained, you know, everything as much as I can. And I hope you enjoy making more music, and I'll see you all soon. Let me play this out, shall I? And I'll see you all soon.